So let's start out. I have my beaker here and I have my dialysis tubing. So I'm going to soak these so that they can be opened and used. I have my clips here that I will use to clip them shut, just like last week. I'll pause the video while these soak and then I'll show you setup. These have finished soaking. So now I'm going to take each one and clip one side of it. And the next step, get a pipette and take 10 milliliters of each of these solutions and put them in. Okay, so I've taken each of these bags and I rinsed them thoroughly with water and dried them off with a paper towel. So now I'm going to weigh them and I'm going to record the weight of each one for the initial time, 0 minutes. So if you are following along, this is on page 94 of your supplemental manual. And in the center there's a table, and that's where you fill this in. I know you cannot see my balance, but I have a triple beam balance here, and it is just too large to fit under the document camera. So we have our beakers here in order. We've got tap water in these 4 beakers. We have 60% glucose solution in this beaker. In this bag, we have water. In this bag, we have 20% solution. In this bag, we have 40% solution. In this bag, we have 60% solution. In this bag, we have water. So I want you to pause the video right now and make a prediction. Do you think that the bags, which represent cells in this case, will swell or shrink whenever the concentration of sugar outside the bag is higher? That's what's happening in this one, this number 5. What do you think will happen when they are the same? That is what will happen in this one, the number 1 setup. And then what do you think will happen when the concentration of solutes is more in the bag than in the water, or less in the water than in the bag, however you would like to word that? That's what will happen in these 3, beakers 2, 3, and 4. And also, what do you predict will be different about the amount of swelling or shrinking that will happen with beaker 2, 3, and 4 relative to each other. So think about that for a little bit and then continue the video after that. Okay, and we have reached the 15-minute mark, and I've taken them all out and dried them off. And we'll set the timer for another 15 minutes. And we'll start another timer. Now it's time to take our final reading on our dialysis tubing. Oh, it's so sad and empty looking. And we'll dry these off. And we'll get our final readings off of each one. 14.35. 17.81 grams. 16.07. 15.06. 7.17. This second one, this is our 20% solution in tap water. And if you look, you can see just how, this one that was 20% solution, it stands up kind of on its own. The just water does not stand up. And the reason it's standing up is because it's just so much more liquid in there. It's swelled up and the bag is tight, rather full compared to the original that was just water in water. This one was 40% solution in water. But again, doesn't quite stand up on its own, but certainly does a lot more of that than the water. And this one is our very incredibly empty looking bag that was water in a 60% solution beaker. And I've scooted all the water down to the end, and this is all the more water there is left in the bag.